allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Next item on the agenda is approval of the September 19th study session minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up, public comments. Hearing that, we'll move on.
I'd like to move to amend the agenda
All
for the Frisbee discussion of the Frisbee golf.
right. Okay, we make that item number one. Is there a second to
I
it?
didn't get that, Mayor, what was that?
If you'd like to amend the agenda to discuss Frisbee golf under new business.
I'll second.
All in favor of amending the agenda?
Aye.
Any opposed? That'll be item one under new business. Next up, approval of the bills list.
Move to approve the bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up, old business, discussion and consideration and possible action regarding 227 South Hudson. That's regarding the reimbursement on the new sidewalk.
Not familiar with that.
That lady from Florida, Christina, she first bought that house and she renovated it. She was gonna make it an Airbnb, but then she
Oh,
realized.
you're talking about down the street here?
Yeah, that little
The
white
old
house.
Okay, I don't know where you're
Well,
at.
then, now she's got other plans for it too, but the sidewalk was really bad for that area. And so she kept on calling me saying that the city needs to be putting in the sidewalk, so that's why I got the ordinance in there where the homeowner's responsible for the replacing the sidewalk. So let her know that. She had it done, and now she still wants us to pay for her portion of the sidewalk. And so I had, Alex was looking into it, and you guys have no obligation.
I'm
to
gonna
pay for
say
the
that's
sidewalk.
not our responsibility.
Yeah.
We don't do snow removal, we don't do crack repair or anything else, the way as I understand it. But I'm not legal, but.
You are
I'm sure.
correct, Alderman, and, I mean, obviously, if you want to do it, you can. But if you do it, you would be setting yourselves up for anybody else that wants to do their, have their
Correct.
sidewalk done. You all decide, what city infrastructure gets repaired and when it gets repaired, what street, gets fixed, what sidewalk gets repaired or replaced. And if you start allowing citizens to just do it and then submit bills to the city, you're going to get a lot of bills.
True, thank you.
I think we've discussed and considered. Is there any motions around this? Not, it'll die for lack of a motion. We'll move forward. Next up, Frisbee golf. Adam, Park Board President, would you like to tell us about that?
Yes, so a couple of years back, Park Board voted to put in Frisbee golf, and you guys approved it for $15,000. And so we decided to put the spray park in first, and that's just taken quite longer than what we expected to get it in. So now that it's in, we'd like to proceed and go ahead and do the Frisbee golf. What we'd like to do is, we've already got a design for it, so it's not gonna cost as much. And in the beginning, we are not gonna put in the cement pads that are before it. We're just gonna start off with the baskets themselves and just use the ground. So we're asking to use $6,000 of our capital funds to go ahead and purchase the baskets for Frisbee golf. And we will be putting those in ourselves.
And they're concerned they currently have a little over 287,000 in the capital fund, so there's not an issue.
I think they might cover that, what do you think?
This is for a 9-hole or was it
Yes.
18?
9. Yeah, we didn't quite have enough room to do the 18.
Yeah.
And we looked into even using the land that's east of the park,
Uh-huh.
and it's just, we were told that it's pretty swampy. We'd also have to maintain that whole area to do that.
So is there a motion to
So
approve
moved.
6,000?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
That's it, get $6,000. Next up, possible consideration and discussion, consideration and possible action regarding an RFP for the emergency utility repairs. Joe, you want
Yeah, what this is I'm got this contract to go out. I was gonna send it out to 3 companies for sure. The one out of Hillsville is the name of it. I can't think of it. I'm drawing a blank.
Harrisonville or Higginsville?
Higginsville.
You think of
Earthworks, and the Golden Rule, and then Triple C. And what this is be for emergency after hours and during regular hours too, water main breaks. And it will state that they have to have insurance and make sure they provide the insurance and you know all that good stuff to cover us. It also they have to put down equipment hour, time cost, and all that. So that way we got a defined cost and we're covered. The contract has been reviewed to legal, and they approved it. And so I was just want to send it out and get it. You know that way we have 3 or 4 companies on standby, and then we have these big water main breaks in the middle of the night and stuff like that.
Is this something new, or is this other municipalities are doing?
I actually got this from the municipalities. I just changed it to ours. The city of Woodsville is where it came from. A lot of people are doing it.
Do we have a say in who they subcontract?
Yeah, that'd be part of it too. Like I said, the way it's gonna work is, like I said,
Nice.
they list equipment hourly and manpower hourly, and then if the water main break happens in the middle of the night, JD can call and say, hey, I just need the equipment operator, and that's it. And then our crew will take care of it. If there's somebody like our crews are sick or gone on vacation, whatever, they need extra laborers, he can call and say, hey, I need an operator and 2 laborers. But we know what the hourly rates would be for all that.
Is this like an attorney, we have to have a retainer?
No.
Just thought I'd throw that out there. Thank you.
So is there,
I think it's something we ought to consider. So moved.
I'll second.
any additional discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up, discussion, consideration, and action regarding sewer rates. I went back through and looked at the budget, well, actuals for the 2023 budget, what our actual expense and revenue was. And the sewer came up about 60,000 short. The upside was water was long, so we just kind of metaphorically flushed it. So I was looking at the budget for the year ahead, and actually we've got a solid budget, but it's gonna, if everything tracks as projected, the sewer's gonna be about 80,000 upside down this time. So water is continuing to subsidize sewer. And I put together a matrix, and I couldn't find it in here, but basically we would not increase rates on the tier 1 users. Tier 2, 3, 4, and all the commercial rates would all go up. I believe it was $2.50 a month or so on the tier 2. That was like 3 for tier 4 and 4 for tier 5, I think is the way that would generate about $43,000 additional
A year.
a year. And what I would recommend is that we do that at some point before the end of this year, and then have it set up to trigger in 12 months to do it again. And if somehow we missed and overshot, which I don't think we did, or I did, or whatever, but if we ended up that all of a sudden, wow, that $4 or $8, whatever made, all of a sudden we're 100,000 flush, then we could always back off and say we're not doing it again next year. Unfortunately, I don't have the worksheet with you, but I wouldn't expect you to vote on anything until you actually have the real data in front of you. But I did go through that, and especially if we're going to look at doing the water lines and everything else, and to do the sewer, at least we can pay its own rate.
Pardon me. Is this like example A, with the base rate?
Oh, is that in there? What page is that on? I looked for it.
It's about 3 or 4 pages from the end.
Okay.
Second from there.
3 pages.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, just look past it.
I'm trying to, is this what it would cost roughly a month or a year, or is that, am I not reading that
This-
correct?
That's the current one that we have right now.
We're at 15, is that a month?
That's a base rate of 15, yeah, every month. And you
it
get
would
charged
go
according
to
to.
17?
Huh?
Then
Yeah,
it would go to
17,
17?
yeah.
Okay,
That's a base rate of 17, so,
okay.
and you get charged 250 for every 1,000 you use.
Yeah, so I'd have to.
I can read the email, the rest,
Oh, okay.
goes out to the rest of the board.
I'll say, yeah, I would have to go through there, but yeah, tier 1 would not change. Tier 2, 3, and 4 did change.
Right.
So these numbers that I see on here look bigger, but I think this was doing it.
So we're looking at something like $2.15 per 1,000 gallons per month.
On tier 1.
Well, it looks to me like it's on two, 3, on chart C.
This chart is showing, I think, Mr. Benson's rates.
This is the current rate.
Oh, okay.
By ordinance, this is what we charge now.
Okay.
C is what we charge now.
B and C. B, A is water, and C is sewer.
And so, yeah, so what I was proposing was that tier 1 would not change. Tier 2 would go to somewhere around $4.50. But it would go up $2, I guess.
So instead of 215, it goes up to
Like
4 something?
465. Yeah.
4 what, sir?
465.
Thank you.
The next one would go up to 515 to $3. And the last one, I believe, would go up to about 650. But
Now, what's the average? I know I get a water bill every month, but I don't pay attention to how many gallons we use. So what is this average for the basic person?
And then my wife and I, ours is usually about 4,700 gallons a month.
Is it?
But this last month, because I was watering the yard, I know we were over 5,800.
Yeah. So basically, what are we trying to tell people that their ballpark figure is going to go?
Yeah, the tier one and 2 are the heavy ones, and I didn't bring that number with me, but I believe it was 400 and something households.
Yeah, it's on the last page. Next to last page.
The small print, huh?
Yeah.
So 316 households hit tier 1, 500 households hit tier 2. So those 300 would see no increase, and then the others would be where it's going to hit. And I didn't know what the 9999 was.
That's
but
just
it's called a
greater, that's just greater than 8,000.
gallons, so I could imagine theoretically the car wash, the lumber factory,
Probably the school,
Yeah.
These are heavy users.
I mean, there's only, what, 40 or 96, I guess, people, 96 bills that fit that category, so I guess the bulk of them are probably commercial users.
So how much, this doesn't show me anything, I'm not smart to read it, I guess. So what's the average resident monthly increase going to be? Do we
Well,
know that
I
yet?
guess average is going to be I mean, it'll probably be about $3 on their.
$3 to $5 or something like that?
Right, yeah, because,
Well, when I
because we
look
need to
over
get
here,
to 4.
370,000,
I guess on average.
That was wrong, so,
Yeah, I'd say on average, because it generates about 44,000, we have about
Okay.
1,100 households.
okay.
But all the tier 1s are exempted,
So it's
so.
not gonna blow a hole in somebody's budget?
I don't think so. I mean, I think, and actually, one of the other reasons I was looking at that is would we modify demand based on, if the rate, I don't know what the elasticity is on pricing water, but
Sure.
you'd expect it to go down, utilization, maybe people fix their toilets or whatever so that they're not wasting water,
Right.
just save a few dollars. So I just kind of baseline that at flat, because I think it could generate a little more, but I didn't want to take it all in one bite. I'd like to break it into 2, because we've already budgeted it for the loss,
Right.
but we've got to get on top of this to do the repairs we need to do to the wastewater treatment. So mainly I just kind of wanted to get the discussion out there. Next meeting, I'll bring you
Okay.
the spreadsheets and show the
Thank you, Mayor.
hard pieces, and then we can decide when.
And it might be good to have some examples, like the average usage, this is the actual amount that's gonna go up in dollars.
Yes.
Correct, that's what I was looking for, Jim, I think.
I think, good comments all the way around, thank you. Any other questions regarding that right now? Next up, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding the Hudson Room request, regarding the Ghouls Night Out.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Duncan. My husband and I purchased the Hudson Room in August. We opened almost 3 weeks ago. So I haven't had the pleasure of meeting everybody yet, so I want to say hello.
Put on free drinks and we'll be right up.
We're planning a Ghouls Night, a Girls Night Out, Halloween themed, close to the end of the month on the 28th, 24th, Thursday evening. And we want to continue, from what I understand, we've been able to have drinks being able to carry on the sidewalk from store to store. So we have all of the businesses that are open in the evening participating, and we'd like to continue what we've done in the past to be able to offer that for that evening.
Did Chief, we'll defer to you, did you have any issues with that, or I don't think we've had any problems in the past?
No, we didn't have any problems before. I don't see any issues now.
Okay.
Maybe a way to segregate minors or whatever, so.
Well, everything is purchased in the shop, so that would be controlled in the shop itself before it leaves the store. I think someone had mentioned wristbands. We could be more than happy to do that if you're more comfortable with that. Wristbands for the
It might make it easy for.
Over 8
the
speakers, would
Chiefs
that be
folks,
better?
if they could come by, and if you're carrying and you don't have wristbands, you might not supposed to have it.
Okay. Is that what worked in the past?
It'll help when we see people walk down
Identify
the street with a
people?
drink.
Okay.
We'll know they're not 16.
Yeah. And then is there a rule as far as lids? And I know you have to have a lid on it and a straw, but other than that?
Not that we have, but I would check with state liquor control before you
Okay.
plan anything.
Okay. Wonderful.
Do we need a motion on that, or?
It probably wouldn't hurt.
I'll make a motion. to
Second,
approve.
as long as they get the documentation in advance.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Set them up, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll give you the letter tomorrow. You'll be open tomorrow?
Yes, my husband will be there. He's there during the
I'll get you
day.
the letter that you need for the state liquor license.
Okay, wonderful, thank you.
Okay, next up, elected officials' comments.
Before that, Mayor, can we have the administrator go through this little document that he's got here?
Oh, sure.
Okay, yeah.
That before we leave, please.
Yeah, this is just for you guys to look at the discussion. This is what I'm going to propose to the Jackson County legislature. I don't know if all you know what's going on, but on Wednesday, on Tuesday, I got contacted by Manny
Someone's got any sense down there.
Barca. He's a Jackson County legislator, and then Channel 4 News came out. Jackson County basically got $75 million of ARPA funds that they got out that they have to spend and allocate by the end of the year. Manny has asked if he could give us $5 million, $45 million to do our water projects. And so I got together with Jim Ross. We took the 2011 Larkins water study, plus all the information that they had.
Tell them who Jim Ross is.
Jim Ross is with Partner West Our Engineers.
All right.
And they came up with this plan. So basically what it's going to do is every line from Sibley to the west border, from city limits to city limit, is going to be replaced. And this is all this 4 to 6 inch transite lines that are constantly breaking.
Would this
They
address
all-
that lead line?
Yeah, this is
issue
that
we had?
service line that drains. So that's all going to be replaced throughout the whole town. Like I said, from Sibley going westwardly, the whole section. Then we are going to reroute the main that feeds the water tower, because right now it comes out of the pit and it goes through the cornfields and through the backwoods up to the tower. And we had 2 breaks on that line already in the last 4 or 5 years. And so we're going to get rid of that line and make the new line that feeds the tower go down 24 highway to Sibley, go up Sibley to the water tower. And that'll get rid of that one line. And then the best part is I mean, we use Jack's County money, so hopefully it comes through.
No, a good thing also, and another thing that I'd like to add to this situation is sometimes that the turnoffs are breaking easily when you try to turn them off. The valves and this goes through, we're gonna put new valves on at every street that we can just turn the street off and not go down like 3 blocks and have to turn the whole neighborhood off.
Yeah, so we're gonna have valves at every location, but we just cut down streets. And just to let you guys know too, that this price is for all PVC pipe. We're gonna give it a ductile iron and all the, and so we put tracer wires on it. So it's basically gonna give us a new system, which we should get another 50 years out of the system once it's installed.
That's free money?
Well, it's just like everything else, it's gotta go through, this is just one legislator who's proposing this. It's gotta go through the whole entire board and Frank White. And Frank White had come out and said that he is kind of against it because he wants to go to the Jackson County Courthouse and we do the courthouse.
Well, not everybody lives in Jackson County Courthouse, so I think we ought to find out, is there a phone number that the average citizen?
You can go to the Jackson County Legislature's website, they got email addresses and phone
I think we
numbers.
ought to make that available on our website, we can't,
Yeah, you can do that.
the more
But I
people
encourage
call
everybody to come
in,
in.
the better off we might have a
Like I
chance.
said, Manny's already on our side, and, you know, there's, I think, like 8 other people on the board. I know there's a couple at large in every district, and
Are there other municipalities going to get a notice like we did, like
What's that?
Green Valley, Blue Springs, or anybody else going to have the same notification that we got, or do we?
no, as far as I know, it's just Manny contacted us. I mean, we don't want so far, but
I think we were fortunate because we had an engineering study already drawn and ready to go. And I think Cook made us a.
so this is the plan I'm gonna send Manny. Got electronic form. I'm gonna send it to him, and
I think we ought to apply as much pressure as we can. It's like all-star voting, you know. with
I can give it to Curtis Coley, who runs the about the happening page, Leslie, and see if they can put it on their website, and maybe the other.
Good.
Maybe, you know, so I think the more
Might
citizens
even
we
put
get
it
to
down
call
on
in,
our blinker on 24 Highway.
the more citizens we can call in, put some pressure on it, maybe we can get.
Well, they're setting their way for traffic clear.
But it says I did give us 5 million, and these projects will come to 5.5, but, you know, whatever they can give us, we just can scale it down. At least we got this line, we scale it down to how much money we get.
Be nice if they get back for what they take. Good.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it
We're
does.
gonna pursue that.
Yeah, so like I said, I'll send this off to Manny tomorrow morning.
Super, and ask him if he has any suggestions, if you would, how we might bring the other board members, Jackson County legislator on board with it as well.
And if they need the mayor to go down and speak, we can send them down.
I thought you wanted the money.
Since I were talking about infrastructure, what have we got in plans for potholes before winter? We've got some big ones.
We're actually, I'll be honest, I just ordered some asphalt, so we're gonna get those started as quick as possible. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and blow smoke up nobody's tail ends, but even if I have to do it by myself, that's what's gonna happen. Because, I mean, if I could do like 16 potholes a day by myself, guess what? It's be 16 less potholes we have. You're the man.
Good. At least get the biggest ones anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Street looks nice down Park. The park looks nice. Did a good job.
Did they get the Park Street, the street through Veterans Way or whatever?
Yeah, it's all done.
I saw that the trail with the walking path was closed yesterday, but I knew that by reading online and not putting eyes on it.
Smoother than the asphalt, leaving butter.
So, any elected officials coming? I have one, just a reminder, the mayor's Christmas tree at Heart of God this weekend. I believe they made it at 5:30, I think, that it starts.
5 o'clock.
5
I
o'clock.
think it's fine.
Generally, we wear black pants, white shirt.
And what time? 4:30?
I think it starts at 5. So
I know, but we're gonna have to
Yeah.
show the rookies what to do though.
Yeah, not everybody knows how to pour a pitcher.
That's right, and do it nicely. Some women don't like it down their shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the tricky part. So, if there's nothing else, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
No move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We stand adjourned.